Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back! Today we're talking about a machine that proves style never goes out of fashion. A 1930 Ford Custom Roadster. This isn't just another old car with shiny paint and chrome that could blind a pigeon from 3 blocks away. It's a rolling piece of American hot rod history, the kind of automobile that makes people stop mid-conversation, forget where they parked, and suddenly become experts on cars built nearly a century ago. Every polished curve tells a story, every rumble from the V8 hints at decades of mechanical evolution, and every mile reminds us why classic roadsters continue to capture the imagination of enthusiasts around the world. To understand this custom roadster, we first have to travel back to America in 1930. The country was entering one of the toughest economic periods in its history after the Wall Street crash of 1929. Businesses struggled, families tightened their budgets, and purchasing a brand new automobile became a luxury for many households. Yet Ford remained one of the largest manufacturers in the world, largely thanks to the success of the Model T and its successor, the Model A. Henry Ford had transformed transportation into something ordinary families could actually afford, and by 1930 the Model A had become one of the most recognizable cars on American roads. The original 1930 Ford Roadster was designed as an affordable, lightweight, open-top automobile that emphasized simple construction, dependable mechanics, and enjoyable driving. It wasn't created to become a future hot rod icon. In fact, nobody at Ford could have imagined that decades later enthusiasts would remove fenders, install larger engines, lower suspensions, and spend countless weekends polishing chrome simply because they loved the experience. Production of the Model A family had already reached extraordinary numbers. Between 1927 and 1931, Ford produced millions of examples across numerous body styles, making replacement parts widely available for generations. That enormous production volume became one of the biggest reasons the 1930 Roadster eventually dominated early hot rod culture. Builders could find inexpensive bodies, repair damaged frames, and customize nearly every component without starting from scratch. Following World War II, thousands of returning American servicemen discovered a passion for speed and mechanical experimentation. Military experience had taught many young veterans how to repair engines, fabricate parts, and solve technical problems with limited resources. At the same time, surplus equipment flooded the market, while older Ford bodies could be purchased for surprisingly little money. The result was the birth of the traditional American hot rod movement. Among the most desirable upgrades was Ford's legendary flathead V8. Introduced during the early 1930s, it became famous for delivering affordable performance to ordinary drivers. Eventually, enthusiasts began transplanting the larger 239 cubic inch version into earlier Model A chassis, creating combinations that balanced lightweight construction with dramatically improved power. That recipe proved almost impossible to resist. The custom Roadster featured today represents exactly that philosophy. Instead of restoring every component to factory condition, someone decided to build the car enthusiasts dreamed about for generations. The result combines classic 1930 styling with the stronger personality of a later flathead engine, creating a vehicle that celebrates American craftsmanship rather than strict originality. Only a fraction of surviving 1930 Ford Roadsters have been transformed to this level. Many original cars disappeared through accidents, rust, wartime scrap drives, or decades of neglect. Others were modified repeatedly throughout the 1950s and 1960s before finally being restored again decades later. Every carefully built custom, therefore, reflects hundreds or even thousands of hours of fabrication, bodywork, mechanical tuning, and finishing. One thing that always amazes me about classic car shows is how complete strangers instantly become friends around a roadster like this. Somebody starts discussing ignition timing, another remembers riding in one as a child, while someone else insists they once owned the exact same car, which somehow was red, green, blue, and black depending on who's telling the story. Memory is apparently the only engine that gains horsepower every year. Under that elegant blue body sits the heart of this custom machine, a 239 cubic inch flathead V8, equivalent to approximately 3.9 liters. This famous side-valve engine transformed American performance culture because it delivered smooth torque, a wonderfully distinctive exhaust note, and mechanical simplicity that encouraged modification. Unlike many modern engines buried beneath layers of electronics, the flathead invites owners to grab a wrench and actually understand how everything works. Power is delivered through a traditional 3-speed manual transmission, requiring the driver to participate in every shift instead of allowing computers to make every decision. Driving becomes a conversation between the driver, clutch, gearbox, and engine. Miss a gear, and the transmission politely reminds you with a mechanical protest that sounds expensive enough to improve your technique almost immediately. The front engine, rear wheel drive layout remains one of the greatest strengths of traditional American roadsters. Weight distribution feels natural, steering remains predictable, and the mechanical layout is refreshingly straightforward. Every component can be understood without needing a laptop, a software update, or an engineering degree. Classic Ford suspension technology prioritized durability over luxury. The solid axle arrangement and leaf springs were designed for rough American roads rather than silky, smooth highways. That means the driving experience feels wonderfully authentic. You'll notice every bump, every expansion joint, and probably a few pebbles you never knew existed. Oddly enough, that's exactly what enthusiasts love about these cars. My friend Timmy once called that free back massage technology. 5 minutes later, he spilled his coffee because the suspension enthusiastically agreed with the pavement. Braking also reflects the engineering priorities of its era. Compared with modern performance cars, stopping distances require more planning and considerably more respect. Owners quickly learn to anticipate traffic instead of relying on massive disc brakes to solve every situation. Interestingly, many experienced collectors say this slower pace becomes part of the charm, encouraging relaxed cruising instead of impatient driving. The blue exterior beautifully complements the timeless proportions of the body, while the tan interior provides a warm contrast that feels both elegant and period-correct. Together they create a combination that never appears excessive, proving tasteful customization often ages far better than fashionable trends. Even my neighbor Bob briefly admitted it looked beautiful, although 5 seconds later he whispered that the paint probably contained government tracking particles. Bob also believes pigeons work for international intelligence agencies, so we usually smile and let him finish his theories. The design philosophy behind the 1930 Ford Custom Roadster is wonderfully simple. Remove everything unnecessary and celebrate everything that makes driving enjoyable. There is no oversized touchscreen, no artificial engine soundtrack, and no electronic assistant trying to convince you that it knows how to steer better than you do. Instead, the driver becomes an active part of the machine. The low windshield, open cockpit, flowing fenders, polished chrome, and carefully proportioned body create a timeless appearance that still looks elegant nearly a century after the original Ford Roadster first appeared. The custom blue paint emphasizes every curve, while the tan interior adds warmth and sophistication without stealing attention from the car itself. Every detail reflects craftsmanship rather than mass production, proving that good design rarely needs unnecessary decoration. My buddy Timmy once looked at a Roadster like this and proudly announced, "It doesn't even need a roof because confidence is waterproof." That statement explained both his personality and at least 2 of his divorces. Driving a classic Roadster also changes the way people react around you. Children wave, older enthusiasts smile, and complete strangers suddenly begin sharing stories about relatives who once owned an old Ford. Meanwhile, somebody inevitably asks, "Is it fast?" The correct answer is that speed was never the entire point. Character, sound, presence, and the feeling of being connected to pure mechanical engineering matter far more than chasing modern performance figures.